asked question to me is that how to get started with generative AI. So I have this background. I want to start in generative AI. I am a technologist. How can I do that? So this is the question that I get asked very, very often. It made me think, why is it so difficult to get started on generative AI? Was it not simple? So the reason is that whenever you decide that you want to start learning generative AI, so there are many, many things. So what should you learn? Should you learn about LLMs, or should you jump directly into fine tuning? Or maybe you hear a lot about agents these days. Should you learn about that? Okay, I'll start using copilots. So it's a very overwhelming. So let's say if you are someone who is just starting to learn this, so it's generally very overwhelming where you don't know where to start, where to end, what is the right thing for your use case. It's very, very hard to figure out. But even though it is hard to get your head around all these concepts, it can be done, but it is going to be very hard. So the reasons is you don't know where to start. As I've mentioned, there are too many things in generative AI, but you might not know where to start. So let's say if you know where to start. So let's say you are clear that you want to start learning about RAG or something, but where do you start to learn? So where do you get the good content for it? Where do you get the relevant content for it? So that is something that you will need to figure out. And let's say even after you learned that particular concept, how do you stay updated? Right. So what we have seen is from cohort to cohort, from month to month, we are having to change 30 to 40% of our curriculum just to accommodate for newer models and frameworks. So even if you learn a concept today, if you're not constantly updating yourself, again, your knowledge will no longer be that useful. And in all of that, okay, where do you find good resources? How do you guide yourself? So all of these are something that you will need to figure out if you want to start learning generative AI. And give or take, it will take around 300 to 500 hours or maybe 2, 3 months for you to just understand the landscape and get to understand the basics. But even after that, you will not feel industry ready. You will still feel that, okay, you have learned something, but you are not completely ready to jump into it or maybe know about it. So now I'll talk about our course. So our course is going to be a very structured learning course. Instead of you spending 300 to 500 hours and feeling not confident about working with generative AI, what we ask you is to spend 50 to 60 hours with us for a period of 6 weeks. So it consists of 6 different modules, and we will try to build apps or useful real life use cases in every module. And it will also be coupled with some daily assignments and quizzes so that each and every concept is crystal clear to you. We do have live lectures on weekends around this time, and you will be provided with detailed video lectures with all the necessary resources to run the code, or maybe if you want to run a particular app, all the resources will be provided within the course page. And we will also have doubt solving sessions during the weekdays, so based on the convenience of the cohort. So we will also have live doubt solving sessions and live lectures combined with a lot of updated video lectures and resources. So this is what our course entails. But you might ask me, why do we have 6 modules? So what is the reason why we have 6 modules and not 20 modules or maybe 30 modules for that matter? So we have designed this very carefully. So our assumption was that, so we have been conducting sessions and workshops on generative AI for over past 18 to 20 months now. But one thing that we have noticed is, even though there is too much happening in generative AI, right? Even though there is too much happening in generative AI, if you look at it closely, right? If you look at it closely, you only have 4 or 5 topics that cover majority of generative AI, right? So let's say building simple apps using prompt engineering, uh, LLM app. So using LLM APIs, like how to use GPT models in your project, Llama models in your project. So how can you create your chatbots, chatting with PDF or RAG, fine tuning agents, multimodal models, image models. So these are the 3, 4. Like what we have seen is that there are 4, 5 topics which cover around 90% of generative AI use cases. So if you are someone who is just starting out with generative AI, instead of trying to learn each and everything that is there in generative AI, if you learn these 4, 5 concepts very well, right? Very well in the sense you know the theory, you know the practical application, and you're also building something on top of it. So you will be able to understand and build with 90% of generative AI use case. So that is how we have designed this particular lecture. And the structure looks something like this. So in the first module of the course, you will learn basics of generative AI and how to get started. So we will try to cover what are LLMs, how do they work. We will show you how to do prompt engineering. We will also show you how you can create simple apps like a tweet generator or a social media content generator using AI. And in the second lecture, we will cover everything about chatbots and RAG. So how can you create your own chat GPT clone? How can you master vector databases and how you can create conversational AI? Lecture 3 is going to be very creative session where you will try to build a AI clone of yourself. We will try to build a model that writes like you, that creates images like you, and we will also show you how to clone your voice. So you will essentially build a clone of yourself, let's say writing wise, voice wise, and image wise. And we will also show you how you can create some videos with you as a center. So we will try to build your digital clone. So while understanding how you can do these things, we will jump into topics like fine tuning, using image models, using audio models, and so on. So that is what we promise in module 3. So module 4 is about automation with AI agents. So there are a lot of things that you could do with generative AI. So one main application that is coming out is AI agents and how you can automate your work. So we will show you how you can use AI in Excel. We will show you how you can do web scraping with just a couple of lines of code. And we will also show you how you can build and deploy AI agents. We will show you both coding perspective, and we will also show you some tools that will help you create these agents, right? So with every topic that we are introducing in this course, it will have a coding component which will not be very intimidating, given that as of today you can create a chatbot in just 5 to 10 lines of code. So we try to focus on those small code snippets and templates that we have created, and we will also show you some no code tools and platforms that will help you create all of this. And the last lecture is about how you can create your own website. How can you create your own AI products with the help of AI? So, how can you do faster coding? How can you create nice interfaces using websites, so on and so forth? So, all that will be covered. So, if you are someone who is wanting to build an AI business, you will understand how to go from designing a website to creating a website and deploying it, all using AI. And most of you might have some sort of an idea in mind about what you want to build with AI, or even if you don't have that figured out already, while going through all the above modules, you will get a lot of ideas in terms of, okay, I want to build this with AI, I want to build that with AI. So module 6 will be a capstone project where our team will help you build your own ideas. So, using all the knowledge that you have gained in previous lectures, you can apply all of them to create your own capstone project. So, that will be the module 6. So, our promise is by the end of this particular course, you will know 90% of generative AI concepts. And important thing is you will feel confident about working with AI. And if you dedicate more time, so we ask you to dedicate at least 7 to 10 hours every week. But if you are ready to dedicate more time and build more things, you can also build your own AI idea during the duration of the course, and our team will also be there to support. So yeah, so this is what you will get from the course. So you will get live lectures on weekends. You will get some detailed video lectures with resources. uh, we will have doubt solving sessions on weekdays. We will give you some daily check-ins. Daily check-ins, what are the tasks that you can do to help you learn better? And you will all get lifetime access to the premium platform. Premium platform built fast with AI, where you can watch all the resources and do all the exercises for free. So how is this course different? The course that you are getting as a part of this course is completely practitioner led. So we are not just someone who is just reading an article on internet and then teaching about that in the course. So at Build Fast with AI, we actually work with a lot of startups and companies to help them integrate generative AI. So we are the same people who is designing these courses. So what you can expect is the course that we are going to give you is the most updated course on market in terms of the models, frameworks, and everything that we are using, right? Because we keep updating our course by at least 30 to 50% every month. And even though, like, let's say in most of the cases, if you look at some of the courses that are available online, they are generally 6 to 8 months long. There are some courses which are also a duration of 2 3 months, but they are at least 10x more costlier. But one thing that I wanted to talk about the courses which are around 6 to 8 months is that so AI is changing month on month, right? So let's say if you sign up for anything like a 6 month course or 8 months course, more often than not, all the 6 months course are already pre-recorded. So by the time you reach 6 month, you are getting knowledge that is at least 6 months old. So that way, you will be paying for course or knowledge that is already outdated. So with lifetime access to our premium platform, you will anyways get the most updated knowledge that is happening in AI, but you will also get access to our future videos. So our future cohort, whatever we are teaching or the updated videos, you will get access to that lifetime. And talking about the price, if you look at some courses that are available on the market as of now, they at least cost around 1 to 1.5 lakh, and our course is at least 5 times, 10 times cheaper than next good alternative that is available on the market. And talking about the softwares that we will do, and we are very particular about introducing you to as many tools and techniques as possible. So if you go to the generative AI course page, so you can see all the technologies that we cover. OpenAI, Python, Llama models, LangChain, Hugging Face, Google AI Studio. So these are some of the tools that we already cover, and there are a lot more that we cover along with that. One more additional benefit that you can get from the course is that you will get $200 in free GPU credits. So if you want to run and train your own models, create your models, we will give you $200 GPU credits from Jarvis Labs, and we have limited the capacity for Portkey LLM credits. So we will also select few users who will get additional 50%, $50 as well. But all the people in the cohort will receive $200 in GPU credits.